Welcome everyone, I'm Jordan Sharp. The Baltimore Ravens did not do a very good job of competing and defending their Super Bowl championship last year, as they fell out of the playoffs at only 8-8 straight up. But after a year of rebuilding and hopefully getting back on the right track, this team is looking pretty solid in some of their future odds wagers. And even though they might not be under or overvalued, they could have some potential for upside this season if all goes to plan. But the NFC North is going to be a very improved division, and now that the NFL draft is over, it's time to take a look at their updated future odds. And for the Super Bowl, the Ravens come in priced at 25-1 at plus 2,500 this season from LBH Sportsbook in Las Vegas. I think it's a pretty adequate price comparable to what the Ravens were last season and what they're looking like here this offseason. They should be definitely improved on the offensive end, which is where most of their troubles stemmed from last year. Their defense was actually a pretty solid unit overall, but their offense really couldn't get it going all season. They did not have a second receiving option next to Torrey Smith. However, they have solved that this offseason, bringing in Steve Smith from Carolina. The veteran will go along nicely, I think, against the burner and Torrey Smith, whereas Steve Smith might play a little bit more slot in Baltimore. I think that actually is a very good move for them. If Ray Rice in the running game could get going behind this offensive line, he will not looks like he won't be facing any legal jail time for his actions and domestic dispute allegations here this offseason, but still no word on whether or not he's going to be suspended by the league potentially, so keep an ear out for that, as that could be potentially damaging to the Baltimore Ravens' future odds value. But at 25-1, considering we don't know anything about Ray Rice, consider their defense is still going to be pretty good. I think they're probably adequately priced there. Their AFC value, very similar to 11-1. The AFC is going to be down this season. There's not going to be a lot of powerhouse teams. Team like the Ravens, team like the Steelers, Bengals, somebody like that in the NFC or AFC North could come away and get a victory over one of the powerhouse teams in the Broncos or Patriots. But the Ravens right now, even though I like their team, I still don't think they're at the point offensively where they're going to be able to compete against a team like the Broncos or a team like the Patriots, because even though their defense is good, those two teams just have outstanding offenses. They're really going to be hard to stop them on a game-to-game basis. Their AFC North odds for the Ravens come in at plus 225. They're behind the Cincinnati Bengals and tied with the Pittsburgh Steelers in those odds. I think they could have a little bit of value, but I'm actually a little bit more in favor of the Steelers at the same price. I think the Steelers are actually a little bit more improved this offseason than the Ravens were, and I like where they're at as a team, both on offense and defense, a lot more than I think Baltimore is. So if there's any value in the AFC North, I don't think it's Baltimore right now. I think it could be actually their arch rival in Pittsburgh. But Baltimore does have some things that are going for them right now. I'm just not sure if there's any sort of future odds value right with them right now. They're pretty adequately priced, not really worth the risk or reward factor going in here right now. But that'll do it for the Ravens. Make sure you check out my other future odds updates on all the other AFC North teams as well as the other 31 teams in the NFL. But until then, I'm Jordan Sharp, and this has been another edition of the Sharp Pick.